The gift final, David Clark, Simon McIntyre, Steve McGrath, Derek Meredith, Kevin Silver and Hayden Carruthers. Vern Chapman is about to give the instructions for the umpteenth time this weekend, but certainly the most important.
Up please, White. Runners, you'll be told to walk to your blocks. You're not get on till I give the command. When I call the set position, I'm going to hold you. Every runner's firmly set in. Now, runners in that set position, I'm going to be very, very hard. Slightest movement and you're broke. Must wait for the gun.
The most prestigious professional foot race in the world, the Santa Stawell Gift Final. David Clark, the back marker. McGrath, quick out in the blue. Can Silver become the oldest man ever to win it?
Get on your mark.
Or will it be a favourites gift with Meredith? They're down for the start and the hush descends over Central Park. Away they go, Silver and Meredith both began okay. Clark away okay from the red. Carruthers was overtaken by Silver. Meredith coming at him. McGrath trying hard. It's Silver in front. Meredith trying to pick him up. Silver and Meredith, and McIntyre's flown on the line. And McIntyre might have even gone up to win with the lunge in a fantastic finish to the Stawell Gift of 89.
Well, who's going to pick that? We've got a three-way split on this. McIntyre's fast away. Meredith and Kevin Silver are having a fight out in the front. But we're here to see halfway. We've got Meredith and Kevin Silver. Meredith hasn't got Silver yet. Here comes McIntyre. Flying down the inside. David Clark just can't quite pick up McIntyre. And I think it's McIntyre who's got up at one net in the photo finish.
Simon McIntyre may have won this in one of the dramatic Stawell Gift finishes. We're waiting for the official verdict. And there is a huge roar as Simon McIntyre has declared the winner in a great finish. He's come from nowhere. He's upset the big names. Simon McIntyre is the winner of the Stawell Gift Final as we watch his last lunging effort to get the gift final. Here he is with Bruce McAvaney.
Congratulations, Simon. It was a magnificent run.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
You timed it just perfectly.
Just? Yeah. yeah. No, pretty happy here it is again.
They really gave you something to run out here. You had some work to do with 50 metres to go.
Couldn't get around him, but finally did.
Now, you've got McGrath beaten. You're about to go to Silver and also Meredith. What did you think right here?
Just poor. Pump my arms and paw my feet. Just get my legs out. No, it wasn't personally.
How long have you been preparing for this moment?
For this event specifically, about the last 12 months I've had in my head. I used my amateur competition, but no, I've been aiming for this far.
Now, I know didn't you run 10.66 as an amateur at some stage?
Just a few weeks ago at State Championships. Yep, New South Wales.
So you were in really great form for this race, but is this race any different from a big amateur final that you've been involved in?
Yeah, it sure is. The atmosphere, country town, plus a few bucks. But with the people around, I think I had advantage because I competed at Nationals and State before. And I kept pretty calm.
What do you do tonight? How do you celebrate?
Get back to work. I got to work tomorrow morning. I think I might get the day off, I reckon.
I reckon you deserve the day off. Congratulations. Is this your coach?
Yeah, that's him, Jimmy.
Jimmy, congratulations.
Yeah, mate.
Been 12 months, 18 months, Simon said you've been preparing for it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who ran the fastest, him or I, mate. Simon, oh, beautiful run.
Well, Simon, congratulations. You've got a great future and all the very best. You've really made your mark here today.
Thanks. Thank you.
Simon McIntyre today has written his way into the record books by winning the famous Stawell Gift. We thank ATV 10 viewers all around Melbourne and Metropolitan Victoria for joining us today, and also to TVT in Hobart. We believe there is a protest. I don't know the details of it right now. We've been told there is a protest, but all we can tell you from Stawell at the moment is that Simon McIntyre is the winner in 12.14 in one of the really great Stawell Gifts, one of the great finishes in history. So that's it for the moment from Central Park.
What would this bloke be feeling at the moment, Simon McIntyre?
Oh, I think he'll be absolutely elated. Probably with a bit of apprehension that he's not quite sure exactly what's going on. I believe he probably feels he's done everything right, and some gremlin in the system has upset his glory.
Well, here were the final seconds of his glory just a few moments ago. If you've just joined us, there is a protest on the Stawell Gift Final. One gentleman who is down there on the ground at the moment amongst all the confusion, Bruce McAvaney. Have you ever heard of anything like this?
Certainly not in the major amateur championships I've been at, Peter, but it would be a great shame if Simon was to lose this. His performance was absolutely fantastic, as we've seen, but we do believe, as you've already mentioned, that the protest is about incorrect performances. Simon did admit in the interview with us immediately after the race that he'd run 10.66 electronic, which is very fast, in Sydney at the New South Wales State Championships. And there's Shane Naylor, by the way, who just missed out on the back markers today, who was runner-up in the Australian Championship a week ago. But we're all a little in the dark, Peter, but Simon certainly was the best man on the day. But professional running is very different to amateur running. It's run by very strict guidelines, and I guess he's going to have to sweat it out for a few minutes more.
Bruce, let's put aside the controversy just for a couple of minutes. You were down there on the oval when the gift was run. Can you describe the atmosphere down there?
It is superb. It's like every major event that you come to in Victoria, like a little grand final, like a little Melbourne Cup. It's quite wonderful. It's the first time I've been to the Stawell Gift, Peter. I've been to Oakbank, I think, in South Australia 30 times, and I've normally been broadcasting races on this day. It is a unique feeling. It is a wonderful moment, a great moment in sport. And now I know, like everybody else who comes to Central Park, what makes this event so special. These are perhaps not the greatest runners in the world. They're not Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis, but the handicaps make it so interesting. It's a bit like the Melbourne Cup, Peter. It's not the Arc de Triomphe, but gee, it's a special event, and this was a superb effort by Simon McIntyre. Great finish. The thing I like about it is that it's the pressure, the build-up, the hour before. They've got through their semi-finals, the day before that, and it's the man that can keep his cool, who can remain calm and produce his very best when it counts. Just like the Olympic Games, no different to that, and that's what McIntyre was able to do today.
It'd be a very sad moment for this young man if that was taken away from him, wouldn't it?
It would be. He's, I like the guy. I only first met him today. I talked to him after his semi-final. He's a cocksure young fellow. He knows where he's about. He knows he's got a good future. He won this race in the toughest possible circumstances. He had Meredith and Silver to run out. He had Clark coming at him. He had to stay cool. He could not tie up. He's got the temperament of a champion. He is a champion. He deserves to win.
Well, I know how you feel now, having to call all those Olympic Games 100-metre sprints, 5 across the line together. You don't know which way to look.
It's tough, isn't it? But boy, oh boy, I know how you'd be feeling at the moment. It gives you just a tremendous buzz. I thought that Clark got a slow start, Peter. He looked to be struggling. He's on the right of screen. McIntyre next to him. And right here, it looked like it was either Silver or Meredith. But didn't McIntyre come home in the last 15 metres?
Just a fantastic effort when it really mattered. Clark started putting in the big ones, but it's McIntyre from Meredith, and then it's almost a triple dead heat for third between Silver, McGrath and Clark. Bruce, we'll stay with you, of course, but we might just talk to Chris Perry and Mick.
Who coached 4 winners to the Stawell Gift is with me right now. Neil, what's the problem here for Simon?
Well, there's been a protest lodged straight away, but second against first, but I'd say that the way things are going, the boy might lose the race.
And why would he lose the race, Neil? What exactly has happened?
Under the rules, when you first enter the race, you must complete a declaration stating all your times, and then you're obliged after the declaration's been completed to submit any other performances. And apparently he ran a 10.66 just recently, and on those conditions he probably wouldn't have had the handicap he has had.
So he's come off for 6 metres today. He might have gone back to 4.5 or 4 if they'd known about the 10.66.
Probably something like that, yes.
But what a shame it'll be, Neil. Now, you've been coming here for I don't know how many years. You've seen some great runners. It would be a great shame for this race and for the lad to miss out in this way.
No, without doubt, it's a great tragedy for the sport, and without doubt for the young fellow who's going to be now put through a bit of an inquisition.
Have you, in the history of this race, known of anything similar to this?
No, it's really only coming over the last couple of years while amateurs could effectively run at Stawell, and while their performances are going on through the year, they're obliged to commit those performances to the handicapper.
Why would they have done it? I mean, it was quite well known. I asked Simon the question that he'd run 10.66. It was well known around the traps here that he had run that time.
Maybe a little bit naive.
One of the best finals you've seen?
Terrific. I don't think there was much more than about a foot between the first 4 runners.
So there's the situation. Thanks for that, Neil King.
Good, thanks, Bruce.
Neil King, who has trained 4 men to win this famous race. So the drama continues, Peter Donegan, with Simon McIntyre walking across this famous oval at Central Park after the $38,000 Stawell Gift, still not knowing whether he will be the winner. Here's the replay. Clark on right of screen, McIntyre second from right. Next to him, McGrath, the 18-year-old. then Meredith in the yellow, and Silver in the green. The action's green, yellow and white. Watch McIntyre, makes it, takes Meredith, but now has to survive a protest. It was one of the great gifts in the long history of the race. Clark just missing out with Silver, and also McGrath. It really was a wonderful race. McIntyre showed he's got the temperament to be a big race winner today. Meredith gave everything he had too alongside of him, but McIntyre the winner, but still the protest goes on at Stawell. First time in the history of the race, and who knows what will happen in the next 4 or 5 minutes. The inquest goes on, the stewards will talk about it, and a decision will have to be made pretty shortly as to who will be the winner of this 1989 Asanda Stawell Gift. Going through your mind at the moment?
A lot. I'm happy with the second place, but obviously there's a protest in. Just waiting to see what happens.
Now, we believe Ray Burridge has made the protest. Are you happy about the fact there's a protest here?
Well, I'd like to say that I got second fair and square, or won it fair and square, and if Ray knows what the protest is about and he's sure that something illegal was done, well, yeah, it's in the rules.
Well, Derek, the situation is that we believe that Simon has been alleged hasn't put in all of his performances, including a 10.66, which would have been well chronicled at the time, I would imagine, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Did you know about that performance?
No, a lot of the boys around here from New South Wales mentioned the time, and I thought the same thing. I thought it was a pretty good run. And when you look at the other blokes here off his mark, they're not quite running that speed. If you look at Dave Turnbull in my camp, he runs about a 10.6 and he's off 3. But again, I mean, it's not sour grapes or anything. I got second. I'm happy with that.
You did run a very good race. You must be delighted with the fight you showed and the form you showed today. Yeah,
I was down here last year, ran a 12.8, and I thought that I was happy with that to get to a finals. A lot of things, semi-final, a lot of people would never do that. But Ray Burridge got me this year, and he said, I think you can get into the final, and he was right.
Derek, what would be happening to Simon right now? Do you know where he is and who he's talking to?
No idea. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I got second. He pipped me on the line. That's the way it goes, but wait and see. But
there is a very good chance that you may be accepting the trophy and the $21,000 that goes with this Stawell gift in the next 10 minutes or so.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I haven't really thought about it, to tell the truth. It's in the officials' hands now.
Well, I must say, I admire your attitude. It is really refreshing and first class. Well done today on your run, and thanks very much for coming over and talking to us.
Thanks for your time.
Derek Meredith, who today finished second in the Stawell gift behind Simon McIntyre, but who knows, he may be the winner in about 10 minutes' time. So the drama continues here, Peter Donegan. A most amazing scene here at Central Park, something in the long history of this race we haven't seen before. You have missed out, you're not going to get it one way or the other, but do you know where Simon is at the moment and what's happening to him?
I really don't have a clue. I've just sort of sat and put my head in my hand for the past 10 minutes, so I'm really not very sure what to do anyway.
It was a great run by you. You were the back marker. You looked quite sensational in the semi-final. Did you carry that form through to the final, do you think?
Well, I can looking sensational in the semi seems to be the story of my life. Bert was telling me before the final, he says to check out the boy in the white, as he'll be very strong and he should hold you to about 80 or 90.
Well, he did.
And he did, yeah, but the thing is he held it right on to 120, which wasn't part of the game plan. But as far as the protest and stuff's concerned, I mean, as you say, it doesn't affect me either way, but I think the boy definitely put me under pressure, as I didn't think he had that kind of run in him. Whether or not he deserves a mark like that is up to Mr McKay and no one else. But I'm quite happy with the way I performed. I did all I could, and I happened to run 4th, 5th or 6th, whatever it was. And I'll be back again trying next year.
David, you've run in Scotland under the professional rules. It, like Australia, is the famous place for professional running. Are the rules exactly the same there, with having to put in the right times and the right marks before you go to a particular event?
Well, I would reckon honesty is the byword. It doesn't matter which part of the world you're in. If the boy's putting a performance that wasn't his fastest, well, something has to be done. If it turns out that it's all a fuss over nothing, well, that's the case. But yeah, Scotland's identical, yeah.
I believe that, getting off the subject for 1 second, that you beat Linford Christie last year in a handicap at Meadowbank. I've seen him run plenty of times.
Yes.
Medalist from the Olympic Games. That must have been a great achievement for you.
That was fantastic, because it was in front of Edinburgh, in front of the home crowd, and I got a great rap that night. But you must understand, I was off 7 metres, and to be honest, it was a good handicap, to say the least, but enjoyable.
And just summing up your feelings as a fellow finalist today, will you be disappointed if the final and the win goes off McIntyre because of what's happened?
In a word, yes. I think the guy broke the tape, first past the post wins, and if he was good enough to sort of get under the handicapper's guard, well, I'll shake his hand. If I was in second place, I don't know if my answer would be the same. But as I say, I'm a runner, not a politician. So good luck to the guy, basically. Good luck to him. Everybody tries to win. Everybody does everything they can to win. And he just so happens to have done it, you know. So there you are. Good luck to him.
Thanks, David Clark. So the protest goes on. David Clark, the Scotsman who is coached by the great Scotsman who won here in 1981, George McNeil. So the protest continues to go on. Will the winner of the Stawell Gift remain the winner in the next 5 or 10 minutes? A decision is coming up very shortly.